Welcome to the Locker, Season 4, Episode 34. I am a White, along with Van Hiles, as usual, and joined by former Kentucky football offense and defensive player, AJ Nance. And we'll be joined a little bit here later by a Kentucky cornerback, former Kentucky cornerback, Trevard Lindley. So, fellas, we're going to start off. I was debating when we started the show if it was going to be talk about Vandy or the hype that we got going into the Florida game, SEC game day. But so I flipped the coin and start off with our guests because we hospitable like that. What's your overall Vandy take before we dig into the nuts and bolts of the Vandy game? What's your overall take on the game?
I got to tell you, I got to be honest. I did not watch the Vandy game.
You did.
I caught all of it. I caught all of it secondhand from watching Ride with Van, and then just like checking in periodically. But I think just from the text I was getting, obviously there were some lows in the middle of the game offensively. But I mean, to go on the road in the SEC, win by damn near 20. And like do some of the things that we've been looking for this team to do: run the ball successfully, sustain drives, play good defense, have takeaways. Like there's a lot of good things that came from that game, even though I wasn't able to watch. So I think like having that energy going into a big week this week should be big for us.
Van, somebody who did watch the game during live during overall take of positivity. You walk away with positive. You worry like everybody else.
First of all, HR must be holding out money to get guests like AJ and Trevard on here. That's where all fucking money's going. I get it now. Shit. We need to talk to HR, bro, because shit, we getting guests on here. They ain't free. So the Vandy game, man, I would say this. When I was watching it live, I'm like, I'm not so sure about this shit. But then you think about it. We were up 31-13 with, I think, was it 38-13 with 8 minutes left on the clock? 8 minutes left in the game. We were up 38-13. I mean, that's an ass whooping. I don't care. You can't wrap that any better than that's a fucking ass whooping. Then they scored 2 late touchdowns and they scored 1. Remember when we scored against Georgia at the end of the game with one day? I remember that, and people were pissed like that's not right. Oh, y'all just trying to throw up points. Well, damn, Vandy just did that to us. They scored that last touchdown with 20 seconds left? Oh, but shit. Someone told me that if it wasn't for the two, tweeted me, Will, wasn't for the 2 touchdowns, that would have been a close game. I'm like, dude, come on. What kind of Common Core math are you doing? 38-13 with less than 8 minutes left on the clock, on the road, in a situation where you changing clothes in a damn tent, with construction in both damn end zones, for you to come out 21-0, smack their ass, there's a lot of good shit. And I'm going to tell you one thing. This is long. I'm going to stop here. When I look at the film again, and if we are able to do some film tonight, I did these first 3 plays for you, Anthony. Our running backs didn't hit the right hole to start this game off. We had some holes, and they didn't do their job. And some people want to fucking blame the O-line for everything. Sometimes, if the running back is impatient, his vision is not as where it should be, sometimes the running back is the reason why the run game isn't successful.
I do say I was on Big Blue Insider with Dick Gabriel last night. And that was one of the things I said, he kind of brought up the running backs. And, I kind of, AJ played a little running back, Van played a little quarterback. I do want to ask you guys. Well, I'm gonna ask Van because AJ didn't see it live in person. I did feel like Ray was patting his feet in the background. And I think early in the season he would hesitate for a second. We called it patience. He'd see a hole and take it. The thing I said to Gabe when the Big Blue Nation is as a running back, especially in the SEC, I don't give a damn even if it's Vandy. If you pat, boom, that means you thought you saw something, and for whatever reason you went away from it. Your next patch you got to take. Because if you can live with that, when me and Van talk about it all the time, and I'm like, it's like, well, what about this? Nah, you don't get a chance to look outside if you got a crease. You better take that 3 or 1, 2, because if you bounce, yeah, you can get lucky. You can get lucky, or you can guess wrong and be right. But that was my whole point. You get a pat in the pat. That first pat means you thought you saw something and it closed. That second pat you got to go with. Should that third pat, man, they on your ass. And I think that kind of happened to Ray a couple times. So when I'm asking you, Van, is that something you feel is him? You think he's anxious against Vandy, his former team, or something he can work out?
I don't think it's him because we saw earlier in the season that wasn't him. The other thing is, and I got some information from Adam Luckett because I asked, because I'm like, I watched the film. I'm like, dude, you know how I was saying we should pass the ball 30 times against Vandy? We might have should have passed. We had 7 men in the box, a whole lot, and some of those, I would say, contained guys were folding inside. So a lot of times we were blocking the play well, but the guy will fold. I remember one time, I think it was Marquise Cox, tried to block defense end. The defense end did an Olay because he was folding back inside. And that one guy made the tackle. If he was going to do his original job, the hole would have been humongous. But Adam said that there were 7 men in the box, 28 out of the 60 plays. You can't block 7 men. I don't care how good O-line you are, you can't block 7. And if you watch the film, there was a lot of instances where there was one guy that made the tackle. And Anthony, we always say on this show, one guy can't fucking tackle you. One guy, you don't even look at him. He is out of your vision. You're looking at the second level to see, okay, what's my move after him? Because I know he can't touch me. I'm looking at the next option. And I think in this game, we had too many times where we got hit by one guy.
Yeah, if you look at it in this aspect, and I ain't no numbers guy, like where people act like math and football math, if this and this, then this, but this is the reality. You got 11 players on both sides. So if 10 people block the other 10 correctly, then you
1-on-1.
You 1-on-1. And it was funny, like you said, a couple times Ray was in the hole. And like I said, I don't know, man. I really like Ray, and I think he's going to do great things. But it was that, man. Then the commentators pointed out that AJ he got the man square in the hole. Was that a safety? And
yeah.
And it was like a collision. Y'all both fall over. Like even my little scrawny ass, I don't think that happens a whole lot of times. Like I'm going to fall forward.
Was that the 3rd-and-1 play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see that one.
But that phone booth, as a safety, I want that phone booth to be as wide as my shoulders. That phone booth were 2 people deep. And Anthony Isaac King, we had a drill to Isaac King with the Rams, and the phone booth wasn't big, and nobody touches that. It wasn't, can you tackle him? It was a drill where Coach Gantz put 2 people on, I guess, Oklahoma-ish drill, 5-yard cone. If any of y'all can touch him, I can't remember what the prize was, $100 or something. Dude, ain't nobody fucking touched him. And these are professionals. So damn, you got a guy folding in on a star running back who got 1,000 yards, and Anthony, what did we say? At fucking Vandy. And we seen their O-line. That motherfucker got 1,000 yards at Vandy. He is the truth.
Right.
You can't let now, if that was a linebacker, maybe I can understand a little bit because he got a little girth to him, a little more weight to him, I can understand that a little bit. But a damn safety. Here's the other thing. Not only a fucking safety, a safety that's wearing your number 2. That's personal. As Dion would say, that's personal.
Yeah, but nah, I think Ray's gonna be all right. Like I said, it was just I hadn't seen that in the first 3 games. Seemed like he did a little more. I want to say it was kind of excitement, and he's trying to, and people will do that. He's trying to hesitate and look for a home run. I think because it's Vandy, and I think he want to show him I can get up through. The other thing is, I'm not sure where I stand on the running back depth chart. Did Jatan show us? Did Jatan show you enough that gives you back? Now we Ray, Jatan, Demi, Raymond, or which shows lined up at Florida when Ray get gas, AJ?
I think Jatan's got to get he's the next backup for me. Like, he ran well against who we played before. Was it EKU, I think, or Akron?
Akron.
Ran well that game. I mean, had a monster hole and run on that first touchdown. I just feel like he's given us a look. He's been in the system before. Like, I don't see why he wouldn't be number 2 up. And that's nothing against the other backs. Like, that's not to say they shouldn't get touches also. Like, but right now, I feel like he's separated himself from that group so far. He should get maybe not Ray's touches, but he should get some touches after, or to spell Ray when he gets tired or winded or take a series.
And then Ramon ain't gave me enough. He ain't gave me enough film to see if he can really catch hold and get a lather, get acclimated to the game. But Demi ain't done nothing to really to tell me he's supposed that he shouldn't be getting touches. Like, he ain't exploded. I mean, he ain't had that breakout like Tons just had. But he ain't. I mean, every time it's always positive yards. He catch the ball when it's thrown to him. He ain't showed me a reason he shouldn't be getting touches.
Right, and yes, I agree. But here's the thing. That's a great problem to have. I think we have a number 1. Then them guys on the same level to me. The next 3. I like Ramon. I like Ramon. We like Ton. We've been talking about him like we were talking about AJ Rose a few years ago. How people were knocking AJ Rose. The Ton is a damn good back. Is he elite? No, but damn, how many elite backs are there? He is a damn good back, and I think he showed on that first run how he trusts his offensive lineman. There was no pitter pat. If you really look at it, at the NFL, that hole goes like a damn elevator. It's open and it closed. That MF went through that hole when that thing looked like that. And then he opened and he was through it. The timing was awesome. He, to me, is my second, because the only reason because I trust him. And I talk about this all the time. You might not be the best. You might not be the fastest. You might not be the strongest. But if I can trust you, you're going to jump all them other guys who might be faster, stronger, all the other stuff. And I trust him more than I trust the other ones. Not because he's just been here. Demi came here late. And Ramon's coming off, he's 12 months, a little over 12 months removed from a damn ACL. So he is trustworthy to me. And then you can work in whoever's hot after Ray Davis. If you get Ton a couple carries, he don't do shit. All right. Let's bring in Ramon. Ramon gets a couple carries. All right. Get Demi a couple touches. That to me is a great problem to have. You have your number 1, then you have a nice group of complementary backs after.
You know this too, but it's likely going to come down to who can help in protection too. Yeah. Like, if we're going to continue to see these 7-8 man boxes, it's probably going to play to somebody's advantage to be good on third down. That can step in, chip block, pick up a blitzing backer or safety or something like that. So that's probably going to be the piece that separates them. As of right now, they all kind of are jumbled in that pile of decent to good running backs, but like a step lower than Ray right now.
I'm gonna get to Scott Gregory's question in a second. See how y'all feel about that. We got a debate going on over here in the chat. They're in the chat getting debate going. Mike State, whatever you want to call him. He wished that McClain would get short yardage over Davis if we're gonna run inside. He also thinks he might be crazy.
Yeah,
and then Cobby Cobb chimes in, confirming that he is crazy. What says you, AJ? You want Ray with the ball in short yardage, or you want Jatan or somebody different?
I don't think any of our backs are necessarily short yardage in the sense of they all have a very similar body structure, similar running style. Like we just don't have the guy like C-Rod, like Benny that we've had these last couple of years where you just turn around and hand it to him and get one. But I think until Ray gives you a reason not to trust him in those short yard situations or any of the other back, if it's your series and you're in, let them run, let them tote it. Like ultimately, we're going to get to the nitty gritty now over these next couple of weeks. You're going to be playing against SEC talent. Like if you 3rd and 1 against Akron is going to be a lot different than what you're going to see over these next couple of weeks. So these guys are going to start establishing themselves and pulling themselves apart from the bunch as we start to see better opponents. And so over the next week, 2 weeks, if we see a lot more of those short yardage plays not going in our favor, I say you're probably going to see a different back in there. Or if it's 3rd and 1, you can reverse pivot and hand it to Dingle or somebody. Like there's a lot of options that you can run on that 3rd and 1. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say go to the extremes of handing the ball to a guy that isn't prepared to receive a handoff. But like if you need like that short yardage big guy, why not try with your H-backs or somebody like that just to see if they can pick up that one?
Man, short yardage. Who you want to line up in the backfield?
It don't matter to me because this is why. I don't know if we ready for this as BBN. I remember a play this week. We had 3rd and 1, and we threw a fucking out route to down Tavion Robinson on the rub with Anthony Brown. Are we ready to get to the point where we eliminate this fucking BBN? I'm not this big blue wall shit, and we'll become a different offense because our talent is on the perimeter. Maybe we don't need a 3rd and 1 C-Rod. Although Ray Davis, I think AJ is bigger than what you think he is. I think he's a little stouter than what that number shows. I think that number 1 making him slim. He looks small with the number 1. But I'm gonna say Devin Leary to me might be the guy you want the ball in his hands. And I mean, it's in the NFL a lot now. If it's 3rd and more than a damn half a yard, and it's not Philadelphia down putting the down snowplow and using all damn 11 people, sometimes you run the rub route. Sometimes you switch it up to widen them out, and then you may be able to run Jatan or Ray or Ramon, whoever, because there's a little more space. I think we as fans have to change with the program. I think this program, if you look at what we're recruiting next year and the year after, we're recruiting the quarterbacks and skill position. We might be getting to the point where we are fucking passing the ball on 3rd and short more than we are running the ball.
Get back up here.
All I got to say is the reason why I missed the game is because I was in South Bend. And as long as we don't run jet sweep on 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1, I'm fine with it. Just don't run no jet sweep.
Yeah.
And make sure you got 11 men on the field.
That too. That helps. That helps.
in crunch time, man.
Shit, I'll do 12. I'll do 12
right.
Always more versus less.
That's
Golly.
not 10.
The bad part was they
Yes.
had 11. They called timeout, and then they went out there with 10.
I saw it.
Like
You know
who's
what?
not?
Yeah.
Who's not counting?
They're gonna start making a read. We're gonna have two little players out there. Maybe they ain't gonna miss somebody. Hey, reverse psychology, man.
Hey, is that the same thing? Remember Florida here a few years ago where we left receivers open twice? That's
Twice.
the fucking people in the press box. That's
somebody
in
gotta
the
be
press
counting
box.
that.
I know their job is to count. So
Somebody
couldn't count that night. They was on bourbon or something.
We had enough people on the field that day. We just left them uncovered, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Because the defensive coordinator called the play. They called it in from the sideline. Mark Stoops overrode the defense, went through the defense. The clock's running down. The signaler signals back in the original, like, no, we override Mark, or vice versa. Whoever it was, with like 7 or 7 seconds, they changed it. So the corner was in between the first and second call or going back to the first call. So I was told that for a fact, that they changed the call like 3 or 4 times in a short period of time. And the last call was changed. So half of the people getting the last call, some of them didn't get the last call. But Stoops jumped in and decided he wanted to veto, and that's where things went wrong. So that's why he didn't got a whole lot better at that over the years, though.
You know why? Because who was the defensive coordinator back then?
Was it House?
Elliott?
It was House. I think it was House.
I think it was.
That was what? That was 2017.
Okay, that could have been Elliott then.
I think it was 2017.
I think it was 2016. I think he's right, because 2018. No, I think he's right. And in 2018 we beat them in the swamp. So that was
it's got to be an odd number because it was in less.
It was either 2017 or 15.
Yeah. You could be right. Scott Gregory says Charlotte busted Florida up on screens. For whatever reason, we can't run screens. Then he comes back in because we didn't get to his comment. And Van wants to know, why can't we run screens well, Vandalier?
It's all about commitment to blocking by them damn receivers on the outside. That you got what? You got at most 2 linemen coming out at most, and you got a receiver. Usually it's the receiver at the point of attack that ain't getting a block. I'll say this though, we have ran the screen a few times very well this year. The screen isn't easy, man. The teams who run screen to wide receivers, bubble screens well, are ones who have big receivers on the outside. We ain't got no damn mammoth, damn 6'3", 6'4", 220 receiver. All our receivers are fucking what, 180, 170 pounds? We ain't got no one who's a Brew McCoy who's gonna fucking impose on your ass as a corner. That's why we don't have that kind of perimeter guys on the outside that can lead to being good blockers or who will want to block. That's the other thing. You gotta want to block, dude.
I feel like our issue is just
blocking,
not hitting the north
blocking
and
is
south.
like tackling. Blocking is here. That part too.
There was
that's no doubt.
AJ. Interested, AJ, your thoughts. They said Scott also chimes in and says C-Rod spoiled us with short yards plays. He's darn near automatic. I want to ask you this, AJ and Vandalier, after this. When is the last time, and I'm not disrespecting C-Rod, I'm not taking anything from C-Rod. When was the last time we didn't have a back that could run short yardage? Who was the back before C-Rod?
Benny. Or Rose, Benny.
Benny can pick up short yard. Because JoJo can pick up short yard. It might be Wildcat, but
JoJo. It would have been, was it, who was before JoJo?
Was it Horton, or Horton was with JoJo? Horton and
I think they was all in that same class. And
okay.
Boom was there too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I think that's Yep.
Because JoJo beat up Boom.
Yeah. Sometimes it's about like scheme too.
Why I gotta bring that up, man? What?
Because I knew that would make me know they was on the same team.
Why you gotta bring up locker room shit, man? Whatever happened in the locker room, stay in the locker room. Yeah, you gotta bring that shit out the light. Shit.
And where we at?
I know, but this, yeah, all right, damn.
But now what was you saying, AJ?
No, I was thinking like, Van touches on it a lot too, but our line, not saying our line's bad now, I'm just saying like our line was better then. So from a schematic standpoint, it's easier to pick up 3rd and 1 regardless of who you put back there if the guys up front as a unit are just better. That's not to say that this unit can't get there, but like if we look at it just on face value right now versus maybe where they were during that time, like that was our only strong point. So essentially it's going to be easier to get that 3rd and 1 then than it was this past Saturday, regardless of who was at running back.
And now we are joined by, I had to put Trevard on the other side from me because I want 232.
2 corners on this bitch. Oh yeah. That's why you put it.
I should have kept it beneath me. It beneath me.
Nah, Trevard is in the field. I'm playing the boundary. Yeah, that's what we doing right here.
I just play left side.
Oh hell! Yeah, you just can't play a side, brother. Come on now. You just play left. That's how you play.
Yeah, that's how we play.
You gotta be versatile, man. You gotta be versatile.
No, man. No, that's what I'm saying. You gotta run. I gotta play boundary.
All them extra steps for?
Huh?
I said, what you need all them extra steps for? Just leave them over there.
Let me play this side. I'm wasting too much energy.
No. If Trevard the better man-to-man guy, let me eat in the boundary and pound some heads.
I gotta talk to coach about that. How y'all doing?
Man, we're doing good, man. Glad that we're gonna get you up to speed. Where we at on the speed at this point is, and what we're gonna bring you the question is, at the Vanderbilt game, what's your takeaway? You like most of Big Blue Nation, will be concerned. We got onto the lead, and we got too complacent, and that's not good going to the SEC. Or you kind of like A. White, feel like, man, they got the lead, man. They went in cruise control. No, I don't like the mistakes, but they went in cruise control, I believe, is why we made a lot of things. We didn't look focused. What is your takeaway from the Vandy game?
I mean, at the end of the day, we got the dub, but I say the defense looked good, but the offensive line still need a little work to do. And the quarterback need to be more accurate. And we had the receivers who dropped a couple balls, which doesn't look good. But at the end of the day, we got the dub, which is hard to do in an SEC on any Saturday.
Speaking of wide receivers, when I was with Van, I'm gonna chime in real quick. I was with Van on that, man. If you want to run screens, you got to have guys who want to do it. You got to have receivers wanting to get in front of them, getting their hands wet, man. Because Yeasty was a little dude, but you can get in front of people in some things. I don't know if Barron Brown really want to get his hands dirty like that. I look at the end of runs and stuff, and he always kind of just standing around the pile instead of mixing up. Usually the smaller guys is always the ones trying to get a cheap shot or, trying to put a little extra effort in because they smaller, man, like a little chihuahua.
These motherfuckers ain't playing like they played in the 90s. I'll never forget my wake-up call, welcome to college football, was, I don't know, it was Dave Parks. I don't know who it was, but they had a thing about people standing around the pile. That motherfucker dove over the pile and ear-holed me. Because I was just looking at the pile and I was looking down. Ear-hold me, man. These motherfuckers here just play nice with each other. All it takes is for Stoops to say in practice, have somebody ear-hold his ass, and then he won't stand around the pile anymore, just looking around.
I'm going to go around the horn on this real quick. So while we on receiver, we're going to spend a little time on receivers. I'm going to start with AJ. Go around the horn. AJ, what is your take on Dane Key with a little pat on the head after catching after mossing your boy on the corner or back of the end zone?
Listen, man, if you go up and you go get it, pat that man on his head. What you want him to do? Like, I like the attitude about it. After there was a lot of conversation coming out of those first few games, talking about like why he's not getting the ball. Was Cohen talking about him or not? Like all that stuff. He came through. He made the plays. Like he ought to be able to celebrate. Like we ain't in a tight game. That 15 yards likely isn't going to hurt you. I'm fine with it. I like kind of like you were saying on blocking. Like I like our receivers to have a little swag and show a little attitude. So if that's how you want to play and he gonna make plays like that, got to pat him on his head.
Don't matter that he got you a penalty, right? Or are you cool with that?
What was the score at the time? Like 38-13? I don't know.
Was that the last score? Wasn't that the last score?
No. I think
we ended up with 45
before.
though.
No, that made it 31.
Yeah.
It was 31-13.
Yeah, 31. It was still 31-13. I get you, AJ. I think that was a 31-13.
Listen, I watched Brandon Spikes pick one off one time, and it was a much closer game, and he punted it about 7 rows deep in the swamp, and they was fine with it. So let that man play.
No, I think AJ is right though, because it was 24.
I thought it was 30.
He got the pick, and that was Ray Davis got 31. That might have been the 38, and Harrison's second house call was 45.
45. That's what I thought. But
yeah, I think you're right. I think that did make it 38.
If it's 31-13, that's a little bit closer. But 38-13, you can pat him on the head.
Yeah.
Coming from a left corner, not a cornerback, a left corner. Coming from a left corner and the UK Wildcat former player. I ain't gonna call you a fan because I don't know all of our former players ain't fans. What was your take on that?
I had no problem with it. If I was on defense, he did. Just go out there and play football. I'd probably tell him, hey, good job. Tap on his head. Should have never gotten Moss, but hey, that's his fault.
You ain't taken a whole bunch of drubbings, have you?
No.
You ain't never lose no real bad games, did y'all?
All right, Anthony. All right,
no.
All right.
No.
All right, Anthony.
No.
I know where you're going, man.
That's not where I'm going, man.
That's a fucked up segue, bro. That's a fucked up segue, man. Damn.
Trevard himself did not take no losses like that.
No.
But our team collectively, yes, we took some ass whooping.
No, that's what I'm saying. So my point was going to be, I didn't figure y'all lost games bad enough where you could be down by 30 or 40, and that happens to you. Like, how you gonna respond after you already taken an ass kicking? But I'm saying, so when y'all was taking ass kicking, you saying he ain't never got Moss?
No, I never got Moss.
He didn't. But we got 49-0 at LSU.
Oh, that was terrible.
We got 63-5 at Florida. We took some.
He said 63-5.
He said
65. That's up there with y'all, ain't that?
Oh, 63. Okay, all right. No, that's still a little child's play. We got up to 7. We got up to 7.
Like 28 to 7 first quarter.
Oh yeah. Oh,
shit.
that LSU game was.
No,
that Florida game. Man. The Florida game, they blocked 2 punts.
Oh yeah, it got out of hand real quick.
Yeah.
Man, hey man, they over there. We're going off in the chat box over there, man.
It was rough.
Yeah.
We had the whole halftime speech of, all right, they scored however many they scored in the first half. We can match that, but we got to take it a play at the time. And then we threw a pick 6. And then we threw a pick 6 first play. It was rough.
The year after you left, Van, I think Fred Taylor hit us for 4 touchdowns in the first quarter himself. The year after you left.
Yeah, that motherfucker was. Whew. I'm glad I left early. he was just getting the rolling when I was a senior. Shit, I can't imagine 2 years later. Damn.
This was my reason for asking.
Let me talk about the Dan Keith thing.
I wonder if I was looking. I didn't know if you had got that. Go ahead.
No, that Dan Keith thing was bullshit to me. I mean, unless Dan Keith said something verbally, if I'm gonna get a fucking 15-yarder, just saying blah blah blah, he didn't throw Moss for himself. Look, the week before, did you see what Tay Robinson did to the damn DB when he scored? That little shit that Dane did was nothing. If I'm getting 15 yards for that, bro, I'm arguing. Can we run that shit back and let me really do something? Because dude, that was even the damn DB didn't even push him. You know, Trey, no, if you're gonna fucking do something to me, I'm pushing you in your grill. Dude just walked back to the fucking huddle. So it couldn't have been that bad. Come on,
That's because he
man.
playing Vandy. I'm not getting tapped on my head and getting my ass
did
whooped
nothing. He
again.
just walked back to the hill like,
Yeah, he just walked.
Ellie,
Yeah,
let's
he
push for
did.
something.
Bro, if Dane Key said something to him, like motherfucker, I mossed your ass, then that's warranted of a flag. But he didn't say that because dude just walked to the damn huddle. I think of all the shit that I've seen from people catching up for mossing people this year, that was the tamest ass celebration that I've ever seen to get 15 yards for.
Yeah.
He could have said, good job. Hey, good job, little man.
We don't know what was. We don't know
He got
what
his
was
head
said.
tapped. That's so disrespectful.
Hey,
It's
all
so
I gotta say is
disrespectful.
pause. I'm giving you damn lob alley oops.
Here's my question about that. And this was, I understand what y'all said. My look at it was this, and I could be completely wrong. That pat on the head, and this is what I also said on Big Blue Insider. That pat on the head came across to me like, man, I've been struggling, man. I've been having a rough 2 weeks. And you know, I mean, I think y'all forgot about me. Even you, little dude, and tap him on the head. Was it more about Dane coming out of his struggle and ripping his chest out, showing his Superman symbol, or do you think it's just kind of like that's just in him? Like, look, man, I'm gonna showboat because I'm gonna showboat, or was it a battle between the cornerback and the? There's something to me, and I was telling Gabe and some of the people that follow is that to me that was a relief for his struggles. So people look at it like him being flashy, whether you like it or not. It was a penalty. I think he wasn't thinking about it. I think it's like, damn, about time I'm back home for once, and that is more of that. Am I completely wrong, or can y'all see that from former players? Can y'all see that being a little bit of case as well?
No, he mossed him and got his head tapped. That's what I see. I don't care if you're struggling or not.
I can see it as a reaction of like, oh no, I'm nice like this. They just got to get me the ball. I'm gonna tap you on the head and let you know I'm nice like this. I can see that.
Damn, Van, what you think about what AJ just said? All them balls you put on the ground, man, you like a dog trying to itch himself. Man,
Listen, he caught the one that mattered.
No, he's talking about me. He's talking about my drop.
Van.
Look, man, if that was his releasing frustration, he ain't have much. Cause I'm just telling you, dude, that is the weakest. That is, dude. If I'm coming off of if I'm shooting basketball and I'm like 2 for 18, and I hit a 3, I'm letting some shit out. Dude. Come on, man. I'm getting in your face. If I'm releasing something, and like AJ said, I'm him, I'm in your grill. Like, motherfucker, you can't hold me. I'm doing something. Not just a little. And he walked, dude. It was the softest tap. It was like, and he kept running. He didn't even get in his face. If I'm mossing you, I'm hitting your head. Face mask to face mask, motherfucker. I mossed your ass. He did and fucking ran away. No, man. No.
The DB should have at least shoved him. He should at least fake tough, man. The DB should have at least shoved him or something.
Yeah, it was already 15-yard penalty. Might as well
just get the offset. Yeah. Get yours.
So for me, as an official, it couldn't have been that bad. Because we all know, I don't care you at Vandy or fucking Stanford or Northwestern, we all men know. You ain't gonna disrespect me, especially at my house. That wasn't nothing. He did, and then you already disrespect me by the damn scoreboard. No, man. No, that was lame, bro. That 15-yard was lame.
Let's talk about it, man. The elephant that's gonna be in the room. And I ain't talking about Alabama coming to town.
I
asked this comparison on Sunday morning.
Ooh.
Maxwell Harrison's 2 pick sixes. Mm-hmm. Or prior weeks, Ray Davis Man, get me the ball any way you can, and I'm gonna take it to the crib. What was more? What was a bigger deal?
2 pick
Trevard?
six. 2 pick six.
It's gotta be the
never been
pick
down at
sixes.
UK.
Hold
And getting 2 picks in a game.
Right, hold on. Just not only being UK, it's ties to SEC record. So ain't no effort in the conference has done more than that. So in this conference, to be tied for anything is pretty damn good. So no, man. Here's the thing, Anthony. You know, I talk about this guy back in my day. You know what makes me feel good about Max Hairston is he is what Tony Woods would have been.
Yeah,
Him and Tony Woods to me are very similar.
You're right.
And although I feel whatever that Tony wasn't able to get to where he should have been. This kid is him. He's got that burst. He's got that quickness. He ain't afraid to stick his nose in there in the run game. So for the first time in the Stoops era, we got 2 corners that we're playing with 11 instead of 9 or 10. Because both of them don't mind sticking their nose in the run game. But that kid, man, the way he accelerates out of cuts, out of putting his foot in the ground, dude, he's pretty damn good. I ain't gonna lie.
I was gonna say I had another question about him, but I'm gonna ask this. So what's the likelihood of him getting up in there in the Van Hiles, Trevard Lindley conversation all time? Just is it too early to say, or is it from the things Van has shown, the intangibles and the athleticism? I guess along the hand skill, I guess Trevard has some pretty good hands. I'm saying he displayed great hands. I don't know if he displayed great hands. I do remember Trevard intercepting a lot. I just don't know how many he dropped that should have been picks. And I don't remember seeing him. I'm serious. I don't remember seeing him drop them, is what I'm saying. He could have.
He dropped them like I dropped them.
He ain't got these.
He dropped them like I dropped them.
He ain't got these monos.
I don't know, man. Now, even though he's on the show, I have said this without him being on the show. Since 1993, Trevard is the best corner we've had. Honestly, I don't think it's even close. Max is heading in that direction because, and Trevard would say the same. You know you're going to get picks when you're getting PBUs because that means you're there. So now it's just an instance of my eyes being a little better, my reaction being a little better. I'm going to get me one. And he's been close these last, game 2 and game 3, he was very close. And it was just going to happen. Now, 2 of them, I wouldn't have expected that, but I knew he was going to get one. And just like I think Drew is going to get one. Drew's been close in the last couple games. But all you got to do is just continue to put in the work. The thing about it is I heard something from what's the Duke coach name played for Tennessee? Can't remember. And she had Jason Tatum in there. She was saying it doesn't matter if Boston won or lost. He put in the same work all the time. Now, with Hairston getting 2 house calls, he's going to put in the same work this week that he probably put in last week. That's when we're going to say now he can get on Trevard's level as being consistent. You can't go this game and then fucking fall off the earth the next 2. So I got to give him time. Let me see what he does these next 3 games before I can give him that kind of clout.
What are we, a third through the season? Damn, we're a third through the season already.
Mm-hmm.
We can call it a quarter because we might go to SEC championship. So we call it quarter. Since we ain't had y'all on the show yet. This is kind of something that's been going around defensive side of the ball, since everybody done played on the defensive side of the ball. Who is your defensive MVP a third through the season? And I'm gonna throw out some names just to give you some targets, but you can pick who you want. I would say it'd be Wallace,
Yeah, I like Wallace.
Maybe Dion. And now at this point, man, you got to throw your boy Harrison there. Who was the one looking at going to the season? We need a big play, or who gonna be first team All SEC based off the first 4 games?
I like Wallace, the linebacker.
Yeah,
He's been making plays pretty much almost every game, being consistent. So he's my player right now.
I'm
getting different. Go ahead, AJ.
I was gonna say I probably still roll with Trevor right now. It's not. I mean, 3 picks through 4 games, 2 of them taken back to the house. Like Max ain't far off, but I think like when you look at like our team from a defensive standpoint, I think Trevor's our team leader. I think them early games where we were struggling and need to get a stop or like just cut a drive down, like you see him blitzing, making the tackle for a loss. You see him getting a sack. You see him getting the pressure. Like I think he is our defensive leader. So he'd probably be my MVP through 4, but it's hard not to put Max up there when he's not only like playing at a high level, but also contributing to points by taking 2 picks to the house.
Vandelier?
Wrong. I'm gonna go with something that ain't nobody. Everybody be like, "No, you're lying." My MVP is Keyshawn Silver, and this is why. I'm not gonna say it. You remember, on this show, that guy who left to go to Auburn, I had an issue with. In this 3-4 defense, if your nose can't fucking handle a double team, the defense ain't gonna be successful. Everybody on this defense is eating because Silver is able to handle a double team. Trevor Wild is able to get in that A gap, in that B gap, wherever, because know who's commanding the double team? Silver. So for me, we ain't good on defense unless we can stop the run. How many yards did Vandy have going through 3 quarters? Not many. We're able to stop the run, then we're able to push the pocket. So that means quarterback can't step up in the pocket. I think getting back to Bohanna, to Bully, now we got a true fucking zero tech that can demand a double team. That's why Dion's eating. That's why Ripka's eating. That's why Ox is eating a little more. It's because now they got a double team Silver. Before the season started, I don't know if you remember last year when we had that other guy who left for more money to go to Auburn, how teams were able to double team Dion starting at about game 8-9. That ain't gonna happen now. Double team Dion, see how Silver eat. So to me, getting a true nose is big for this defense.
I'm gonna ask you this, as y'all went around the horn. How is it? Are you disappointed in Weaver? Do you expect more? Do you think he holds something back? How can you come back for one final hurrah and leave something in the tank or leave something on the table?
I think the worst thing that happened to Weaver is something he can't control, is having Josh Allen come before him. And now people are trying to, when we hear pass rushing in, we think of Josh Allen. Now the next guy got, it's like the whole MJ thing. When we had guys come in, like, oh, he's going to be the next MJ. Josh Allen is a generational player. As long as he does his job and contain, the reason why Deion Walker is able to get some sacks, the way Trevor Wild is able to get some sacks, because the quarterback can't come out the back end of the pocket. So that means probably JJ Weaver's handling his contain for the most part. He's broken down a few times, but for the most part, if the quarterback can't escape out the back end, those 2 defensive ends are surrounding his ass. So I'm not sure if you can always judge players by stats. And I know that's what people, we need sacks and all this stuff. But as a whole, the defense is putting pressure. The defense as a whole is getting sacks. So you got to look at it from a team standpoint. Is he individually doing what I think people just put that expectation on him? No. But this defense is doing it, which means he's a part of the defense. So I think you're asking a lot from a guy who's not Josh Allen. He doesn't have that bend. He doesn't have those moves that Josh had, and just treat it as that. He's playing solid. I'll say this: he's playing solid football.
If you put a guy on the edge one-on-one, man, you gotta, man, give me some 30% success rate. Give me some baseball numbers, man. I think, man.
Okay.
I think he's good enough to do that, is what I'm saying.
But if you can't bend
on the
corner,
edge
just sit
one-on-one,
there
no, I don't
and
want him, Josh. Huh?
So if you can't bend the corner, get around the tackle, just sit there and hold the edge and let somebody else eat.
That's exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not a stat, like it's not a tangible stat, but we all know. I'm gonna say this: the most satisfaction I got from a player is when we're in a film room and my other teammates, my peers, like, bro, thank you, man. I appreciate that. You helped me out. I'm the reason why I got that pick. I'm the reason why I got that tackle was because of you. That makes me feel better than any other shit with fans. Oh, man, great pick or great tackle. No, man, when your peers say, in the meeting room, when this Dion say, man, thanks for making them come up in the pocket, I'm like, okay, I did my fucking job.
Yeah. Like the coaches say, do your job.
That too.
Does your job.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, the fans probably wouldn't see it, but as a player, you can see that player like, okay, he did the job right, and somebody else made a play from him.
Right.
Yep.
Somebody on here says, not just Silver, but the whole D line rotate 8 and 9. The best D line ever. Trevard, you play with a pretty nice D line. Vanderbilt, you play with a nice D line. I don't remember who's your D line, AJ.
Jarman, Myro, Corey Peters, like
I thought you were several years after.
No, who's same year?
Trevard was there the same
year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I thought you was younger than him.
We had dogs up front.
Yeah.
Better than y'all line? First of all, y'all saying it's not the best ever, I'm assuming. But is it better than your D-line?
I think they're very comparable in what they do.
I say they deeper.
That's the one.
That's the bigger thing. Like they got like the comment said, they got 7-8 guys that they can put up there that can affect the play, whereas maybe we only had maybe 4 or 5 at the time.
Yeah,
and that's the difference between everybody in college football, right? Like as Kentucky, as we have made this move to be more competitive in the SEC, we've built that depth. When you look at teams like Colorado, why they struggle now, they don't have that depth. Like that's the thing about college football, and that's where we're at right now. So like Trevor was saying, like I think they probably have a slight edge. I think if you put best on best, I think we give them a hell of a run, but depth probably plays a part to it.
And who was I?
This is Stoops' era best D line. If you want to go there in the 3-4, yeah.
They had a guy coming off the edge with like 19.
Wasn't Bud and Josh on Bud and
Zadarius.
Bud and Z. Yep. But who were the other ones? Who were the other two?
They played in the league. The whole deal.
No. I'm saying who were this collective group? I would say this, right? And you go Bud and Z, right? Is Dion is not Z yet, but can Dion get to Z? Right? I think Dion is a dude. Our nose wasn't as good as Silver's going to be. And you got Ripka and Saunders on the other end. And I ain't even put in Ox. Dude, no. I would say this is the best D-line that Stoops has had. I don't know. You start going back to 4-3s. Now you got 4 defensive linemen instead of 3. And, Bud wasn't really a defensive lineman. He was a linebacker. D-lineman, just a pure D-lineman, this is his best group. And I don't think it's close.
All right. Moving along. Let's talk about some good. Let's talk about the ticket sellers, man. Everybody come to see.
Who, the DBs? The left and the right corner? That's who they come to see.
You already know.
You know, shit.
Got
Left
the 3
corner is
Nance ain't no
up
running
there.
back.
left corner is the weak corner, ain't it? Ain't that where you put I know you
Nah.
put the guy like baseball, somebody everybody
Nah.
ain't hitting.
Not going against somebody hitting a quarterback. You're getting all the action.
Who offensively now, given everything we've seen, I'm kind of curious. I don't even have a take for it. I'm kind of curious. Right now, who is the MVP thus far offensively? And who, off of what you've seen, do you expect with development, everything coming together, who do you expect at the end of the season to be the MVP?
I'll go first. To me, Tay Robb is the MVP. He made the big catch against EKU. If we don't go to half tied, I think that's not a good look. He had a big catch against Akron in end zone. I think it's Tay. I think he is. I don't want to say it like this because he's not Wandale, but he's the Wandale that to Will Levis and Tay is to Devin. I think Devin looks for Tay when he gets in trouble. So I think that's a security blanket. I would say after the first 2 games, I would say Ray Davis. But now after we got 4 games, I'm going to say Tay.
Interesting.
I'm probably go with the same. Say he's been more consistent as a receiver and offense.
Was it game 1 or was it game 2? He was invisible.
Game 1.
Okay, I think it was it was game 1. Yeah. Okay.
I tweeted game 1 that he needed touches because I think he had maybe 1 catch game 1.
I think you're right. 1 or 2. I think you're right.
Yeah, they were damn highlighting the super sauce.
Yeah.
I mean, be honest with you, they were highlighting. They got a lot of damn attempts.
AJ, you can't get credit. You just gonna follow them 2 corners, man.
I'm going with Ray. I mean, he has been the guy that's put the most points up on the board for us so far through the 4 games. So I think he's probably the MVP so far. I think for our team to get where we want them to go and do the things that we think that they can be, I think as the season progresses, it needs to be Devin Leary. Now, the biggest piece of that is he can't throw it and catch it himself. Like somebody else is going to have to help him out. So those other guys are going to have to not only do their job, but excel at their job for us to be the best. But I think like when we think about some of these teams over the last few years that have had really good records that have come through Kentucky, it's been good quarterback player. And like for us to get where we want to go, it's got to be him to be our MVP.
Trevard, can Devin get to where we've been, or did we start the hype train too early?
I'd probably say we started too early, but I mean it's still early in the season, so we still got time to get there. We got to be more accurate, and the receivers got to help them by catching balls and not dropping them.
With such a sluggish start, Van, how much he got to show you with only 8 games left? And a whole SE, and we hitting the meat of the schedule. We ain't got another chump on the schedule, but shit, Louisville.
Week 12.
Correct.
Week 12.
Correct.
Week 12. We got week 12.
Correct.
Huh. I will say this, and this is the frustrating part about it. Devin Leary has thrown 3 passes that we ain't had a quarterback in the Stoops area could throw. He's thrown 3 passes that no one, from Toles to Barker, etc., could make those passes. The problem is, it's a lot. Playing quarterback. I'm gonna just say this: if I don't have 100% trust in my receivers, I'm gonna look bad because I'm not putting that back foot down, one hitch and throwing because I'm like, is he gonna be there? Is the super sophomore is gonna be where they're supposed to be? Because Tay is there. And I think that's why they have their rapport. He can get there, bro, because I've seen him go. There's a pass in this game, I think where it got us to 31, where he went through the progression that I've seen him do at North Carolina State. He went 1, 2, bam, 3. That's the Devin Leary we need to see. And I think Cohen, I saw a tweet. Cohen made a statement that it was my fault for that interception. I think, as you have said many times now, which you stopped saying, which you probably need to start back saying again, NIL and the transfer portal, what?
It's gonna kill college
It's
football.
going to be the downfall of college football. I think the portal and NIL is a reason or a factor into certain things. I'm gonna say this, then I'll give it back to you, Anthony. Of all the receivers on the squad in that receiving room, whom would you not throw a jump ball to?
Maybe Berrien. Maybe I don't know how tall Berrien is.
Did we not throw a damn jump ball to him?
Yeah, you're right.
Right after the long catch, we threw a. How many touches?
He hadn't showed it this year, but he went and got a couple against that Georgia secondary last year. So I'm not opposed to throwing him a jump ball.
No. He got speed, no doubt about it. I'm talking about a 50-50 in the back corner of the end zone. Are you going to throw that to Dane? Or are you going to throw that to Barron?
I'm throwing that to Key.
I'm throwing that to Dane.
Yeah.
Are you going to throw it to Tay or are you going to throw it to Barry?
I'm going Tay.
I think Tay will run a better back shoulder fade throw. So for me, how many down reverses, jet sweep, bubble screens, and we are force feeding to a certain player? So therefore, I'm gonna go to Anthony and say NIL and the portal is the downfall of college football.
All right, man. Before we get over some
it got quiet up in here. No one wants to step out but me. I'm gonna be the bad guy.
I'm gonna ask.
I'm gonna be the bad guy. I get it.
I'm gonna ask AJ. Ask AJ, man. Based on what Van said, the conversation was about Devin Leary, but also, like I said, the receivers, who you gonna count on. Here's one thing, AJ. You didn't see the game, so what happens? I'm sure you've seen it on Van's breakdowns. Dane runs, I believe it's Dane runs a square in, maybe like a 10 yards, 7 to 10 yards. And Devin has the ball, he comes out and he hitches. Like you don't throw over the middle, you don't hitch and throw over the middle in the SEC, but he hitches and then comes right back, then hold it for a second and follows through and throws it in there. And I think it wound up getting caught. Yeah, it wound up getting caught. But my question is, because everybody in the chat is talking about the receivers and Devin getting on the same page. One, I don't fault Devin for being ready to throw the ball. But why were you ready to throw the ball? Was that the timing you were set on? Because now he's not like the other quarterbacks waiting for you to get open like all this. Like he's reading, like Van said, he's reading. Boom, boom, boom. All right, you should be in the middle. Okay, well, you took an extra second. So the timing is off, obviously off. Like the timing is off. Is it ever going to get on? So I know everybody's talking, well, Devin's going to catch his groove. But it's also going to take them receivers doing their job. And like Van said, getting off bump. Get into your route and out of your breaks quick. And people see, they got to catch the ball. It's not about that. If you got to do, as Van and Trevard can attest, if I'm coming off a break, you got your hand on my shoulder. No, it don't matter. If you're not clean open and you turning and your hand's on there on your hip, that is playing a role in you catching the ball. So if you get separation and ain't nobody touching you, you're going to feel a whole lot better about catching the ball, and people don't really understand those things. And that's what Van always say. You got to do your work, because Devin is ready to throw the ball a lot of times, and as Van pointed out in the past couple shows, he typically throws it to the right guy. He's not throwing it to an occupied guy. But not knowing where you're going to be and not, and not the biggest thing to me is not really so about not knowing where you're going to be. If your timing is, even when he do get it to you, hit you in both of your mittens, I don't care. If it hits you in both of your mittens, you're supposed to haul that in. Do you have faith that that's going to get fixed?
I do. I just think, like, there is a such thing as like a sophomore slide and a little slump. Like that could play into it a little bit. I also think like unfortunately, we get in this game and you play in enough SEC games, you'll play a team like an EKU or an Akron, and you'll come into that game half stepping. It happens. I think that to answer your question, can they get back into a rhythm? Absolutely. But like for me, that's gonna be Tuesday to Thursday. Like I want to see how y'all practice. Are y'all practicing at full speed? Are you running these routes at full speed? Are you doing all those things like it's a game rep? Because that's where you're gonna build that rhythm. If if you kind of going 75% during those reps there, like, it's gonna be hard for Leary to get his timing down and like know where you're gonna be and get you that ball. So like to me, it's gonna be ironing out those things for them to get on the same page. But I mean, even to right now, we've been able to make plays, complete balls, have timing routes and things like that go our way. Even though they're going unsuccessful at times, that doesn't mean you can't get that rhythm. And I'm more apt to say we'll get that rhythm in the future versus game 4. And he's still rusty. Like I'm not saying that it's his fault for some of the things that are happening, but you also got to think he's taking a lot of time off between the last time he's played and these first 4 games too. So everybody's really trying to find a rhythm versus just the receivers or just Leary.
Man, Steven C here talking all kinds of smack, talking all that. What Deion call it? Here talking all kinds of bull stuff. Here talking bull junk. Listen, man. This joker keep so everything y'all just said, and I'm not against what he's saying, but all that stuff y'all just said, he over here talking about we need to run more 2-back sets. Is anybody in this room interested in running 2-back sets? I'm not saying we shouldn't. I know we got the backs to do it, but don't we have enough things to worry about? We only running the damn ball 25 times a game as a whole. Why are we worrying about putting more backs on the field? Now, if you feel like you're putting more backs on the field because the receivers ain't catching the ball, and that'll give us somebody catching the ball out of the backfield, but we not spreading the box, and now we not giving Devin a good look, a good visual. Does anybody want to support Steven C while he over here talking all that bull junk?
We're gonna need a fullback to lead the way.
I think he's talking about like more backs.
They don't make AJ Nance in high school no more. Man,
I was gonna say, like,
give me a high school
run
that's
that
running 2-back I. Do you run a fullback?
No, I was gonna say we run that set. It's just with Dingle and Bates.
Teams run right. I see teams in high school run a wing T on occasion, but that still ain't a true fullback. You ain't gonna find a true fullback no more. Them days are over. So how you gonna run a strong pro weak, strong I weak? What them days are over, bro. There ain't no Tom Rathman and Mike Allscotts anymore. Them days are done.
Lake Dog says Justin Rowland said Florida's DBs are physical at the line of scrimmage. We don't respond well to that.
That's fine.
Anybody concerned about
That's
that?
fine.
You think they're gonna grow up on the job training?
I'll say the receivers have to get off the jam and get in there routes quick. So if our timing is messed up now,
this is an easy
pressure at the line. That timing gonna be all messed up.
This is an easy solution. Trevard knows this. Huh? Trevard knows this. If the receiver's off the line of scrimmage, playing press man becomes more difficult. So because they have angles.
Yeah.
So why do we don't just go into 12 personnel, move the motherfuckers off the line of scrimmage? 12 personnel, 2 tight ends on the line of scrimmage. Oh, put them in motion. All that, dude, you can combat that. That honestly, I'm gonna say this since this is gonna wrap me into this. People are saying that there's issues, like there's rhythm issues, there's timing issues. I think Liam Cohen is having rust knocked off of calling plays on Saturday again. I think he is getting acclimated to calling plays again and also calling plays with a group of guys he hasn't coached. So I think that's also a Russ rhythm issue. I think Liam is having issues, and he's been in the box the last 2 games. I think that plays a difference. But as wide receivers get out of line of scrimmage, Liam should be able to manufacture ways to have his dude be able to get off a jam easy. I don't think that's an issue with an offensive coordinator who knows what he's doing and can get a guy open. Just put him out the fucking line of scrimmage.
All right, we about to go to some film. I don't know if Van will be able to get film in because it looks like you buffering and delaying. It could be me, but it seems like it's you this time, Van.
Oh, am I?
I don't know.
Is it
Maybe other people on the
Slightly.
Yeah, I'm late then. Let me log out and come back on. See if that helps.
Well, you better hurry up before I go to sleep. Hey man,
Why are you so tired?
I've been up 2 days, man. So I'm gonna ask y'all, man, who's gonna be the offensive MVP now that we're in Florida? Is Ray gonna show y'all why he rushed what he rushed 1,200 or something with Vandy's offensive line? Dane Key gonna come out of the woodworks and show us another Florida game from last year?
Sure, we'll find out, but he better go on a week practice hard.
So y'all just want to see everybody across the board come through and perform. I'm like I said, I'm looking for somebody to stand out, like somebody like, look, man.
I like Tay. I like Tay this week. Like you were saying, like a guy that's majority of the time he's in the slot, he's off the ball. Like he runs good, clean routes. Like he should theoretically have a mismatch. He's probably not going to draw their number 1 DB. So like, I think he should be a guy that should unlock the middle of the field for us, along with our tight ends, and just like a bailout person that we could feed 5, 6, 7 catches to in the middle of the field that are checkdowns and just let him create something.
I agree with that. Is anybody know if we getting Horsey back?
I don't think he was in the 2 deep when they released it the other day.
I heard they ain't updating the 2 deep no more. They just posting the same thing every week.
Ooh.
Possible. Listen, possible. And I wouldn't blame them if they were.
I wouldn't doubt it, brother.
Yeah. You got some?
Yeah, man. Let me see if it won't slow me down. Let's see. Am I buffering?
No,
yeah,
not as of yet.
A bit. Yeah. Look, man.
Crap.
You can't hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is something that I put this on for one reason. Because fans really get on the offensive line a little too much. Because people have to realize that the other fucking team is on scholarship too. And I'm going to say this. I think Vandy's front, and the way they put 7 in the box, might be better than Florida's. I'm not saying they are, but they might be better than Florida. So, Anthony, since you're the running back, the resident running back in the room, tell me something what happens here. Is he not supposed to push this hole here?
Yep. He could have stayed in the middle from, I think you said end zone. He could have stayed straight.
I don't think I have an end zone.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, watch where he goes.
No, I think he was looking at what I was looking at. He was looking at what I was looking at earlier. I don't know if I would have. I don't know if I would have took that first gap that you were pointing at.
Oh, I'm buffering now. I know I am.
I don't know, that backer got that gap.
I think he would have stayed up the center's tail.
Oh,
and I think he got scared. At the last minute. Yeah, I wouldn't have took that. I don't think. Not early.
You wouldn't have took that?
Not early. Not this early. I won't. I'm looking at the backer. I'm looking at the backer clean.
That backer got that.
I was gonna say press the line a little bit more and see which way that backer commits.
No. The backer got both of them, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why when I, like AJ said, why don't I press this more before I bounce it back? Because is that not inside zone?
I'm saying push the A gap. Hold on, Van.
Does it not look like inside
right,
zone to me?
hold on. Van, you talk. Go back to where you was at. Like soon as you get the handoff, and pause after he gets the handoff. This is
All
why
right,
I think.
All right. Reel me this though, and I'm gonna give it back to you. Right. This is what I look at running back. This is a 1 tech, right? This is a 3, right?
Right.
All right. So I know I got a combo here, right?
Right.
And this backer is going to come off once this linebacker comes within reach, right?
Right.
Good.
All right. So if I know I got a 1 technique and I can double team that, I'm going to press this first, trusting that this guard is going to get to that backer. Am I wrong with that?
I'm going to press at this set,
I would press
the side. I'm going to press the center's right foot because, man, you just showed that double team over here. The guard got the guard got all kinds of inside leverage on the other defensive tackle.
Yes, but the guard should come off and get that linebacker though.
But I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay on my center's right foot. I'm gonna stay on my center's right foot until I see that happening, though.
Then you're right on that double, but if he keeps pressing it forward,
because this is what I'm looking at. Yeah.
Well, the reason why I'm saying if he keeps pressing he keeps pressing. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, AJ.
Oh, I was just gonna say if he keeps pressing the line, then your thought is that linebacker is reading his keys through to the ball. He's gonna bite down in that A gap, which is gonna give your guard time to get up there and reach him off of that double block.
It's gonna happen naturally.
And that's what I'm saying is he goes here and then come here. I think that look, dude, Flax fucking whiffs the shit out of him. He's gone. I see there might be a slimmer of hope right here, maybe. But dude, I'm just looking at, I know that he's got that, but I got a double team here. And I get to here. That's just me. That's why I'm asking you. That's why I could be wrong. I probably am wrong because I ain't played running back on this level.
Here's the problem. Here's the funny thing about what you just said and what we just discussed. Everything we just discussed is exactly what Ray did. Ray saw what you saw, and he started taking off that way. He saw what Trevard just said, that backer there, shucks. He went back to what I told you was his original point, and now is all squashed up. So if he stays in my original point, that backer either going to get in on that action in the A gap. He's not going to flow outside. If he's good and he flows outside, he can come through that. See, if he would have kept that lane right there the whole time and the center doesn't whiff, he threw there like still a goose.
Okay.
But the backer fell back inside.
That's why I asked.
So I see what you said in hindsight, you got 20-20. But if he would have pressed it earlier and bounced it, you could have got that. Or if he'd have stayed in the hole, I think he still got a clean run.
That's not a bad play by their D lineman either. Like, he ate up those two blocks.
Yep.
To allow that linebacker to be free.
Yeah, Cox didn't do a good job. He, as Anthony said, he whiffed on that double team. Yeah, for sure. But again, I won't. They had men in the box. Now this was a light box here, but this guy to me is close. But they only had 6 in the box on that, and we should have won. We should have won on this one. Yeah, in my opinion. Yeah. Same thing here.
I don't know why he patted his feet right there.
What you say all the time?
Just ran through that.
Stop bouncing it. Yeah, stop bouncing it. What's better, 2 yards or -2?
He got a possibility right there. What I say earlier in the show, you can't give up a possibility to see what else is popping off outside, man. Right there. He should be putting his foot in the ground.
He should be putting his foot in the ground right there.
Right. Right.
That's what I want to. What I want to show is that this offensive line ain't doing that bad. Now I know that the results leads into that's shitty, right? So I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna play this one through because the end zone shows it better, in my opinion. This is the trust to me. When right here, muddy, right? It's kind of muddy right here, but he trusts, I think that's Dingle, to watch that guy across. And this timing here to here is pretty damn good. Now it opens up like a fucking Red Sea. But from here, it don't look like much. But the timing with him and the lineman were, that was fucking awesome right there. That's good shit.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a play.
Now, of course, I had to show this one. Come on now.
That was a good game.
Had to show this. Dude. But look. But Trevard, you know this too, though. Some people you say are gonna give gimmies, but them motherfuckers pee down their leg because they're not where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
I've seen people, they're supposed to be somewhere the ball goes right where they're supposed to be. This is the crazy part to me about this dude, right? As offensive lineman, I'll never forget Peyton Manning fucking call when our linebackers like, oh, he's blitzing, check, blitzing. Look how he stays where he's supposed to be the whole fucking time. He doesn't look like he's blitzing. Dude, he's coming from 5. Look at that. Ball snap. And now they fucking already declared what they're gonna block. They think he can help here punch and then help on this guy. When this damn tackle realized Trevor Wallace is coming, watch, he's buying him. He's like, oh shit. He's like, fucked up. You can see him look. He's like, I'm not getting this. Right? And Trevor, I say, man, pressure is way more important than sacks for his corners.
Yeah.
Because if he would have sacked him, we don't get the fucking house call. This pressure is what caused this. But this is the other thing. Then we can go on. I talk about eye discipline a lot. Watch Mac's eyes this whole time. His eyes on the quarterback the whole time. He never, how some guys look for receivers to come over, they looking, and then they miss when the quarterback released the ball. Look at his eyes. You see that's crossing, and he fucking breaks. Watch, he breaks before the quarterback throws the ball. He's coming now. Bro, I know it looks like it's an easy one, but I've seen people fuck that up a lot.
Y'all giving him an awful lot of credit for a ball that was pressured and thrown up in the air as a floater, and he just catches it like any football player does and walks in like uncontested. Like y'all give him an awful lot of credit.
All right,
it's still a stat, still a pick six.
It's harder to rush. It's harder to rush and receive for 100 yards in the game than it is to get 2 picks, 6s.
Yeah, I don't know about that part.
I got to find our turnovers from last year because I don't know if we had 8 turnovers all last year. We got 8 through 4 weeks.
I don't think so either. Hey.
Our defensive line ain't been as good
as
y'all give Harrison all this damn credit when our defense line cold-blooded, wreaking havoc, and he throwing the ball up gimmies. And what's the linebacker name? Didn't he almost take the one to the Washington? Didn't he almost have 2 pick sixes in the game?
Who
that year we were scoring on defense, all them touchdowns.
Anthony, who was my MVP on defense? So I'm giving D-line credit. So don't give me that. But I'm gonna say this, Anthony. You know damn well how many picks I drop. I've seen some people pee down their leg. I've seen some people pee down their leg in situations like that. I've seen it. I played with some. So I'm not giving that. Another instance, look at hat on a hat, offensive line. Dude, when you don't get touched, even though he had to weave through the maze. If you don't get fucking touched until you like 8 yards, is that because you're a great running back, or the line fucking gave you a damn good hole?
That's a good hole.
He ain't touched, brother.
Hey, run that play back, man.
That's the next flop.
Run that
Ray
last play back.
The last one.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
the wide view.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Hey man, I see a receiver down there trying to muck it up.
Don't say it, AJ. I know you're gonna say.
I see a receiver down there trying to muck it up. That's all you need.
Yeah. It's probably Tay-Rob.
Not that one.
It's probably
right
Tay-Rob. Oh
Right
no,
there.
that's Dan Key. I'll take that.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't expect. Listen, I don't expect you to be up there.
They bouncing Dan Key around like a basketball out there.
But that's a hat on the hat. If I'm a running back, that's all I need. I just need you not to allow him to come downhill.
Yeah,
that's true.
You're right about that.
Now this, I'm gonna play this one through because this is a play
that's
I'm talking
the 3rd
about.
and 1.
You cannot, dude. Anthony, how big a hole is that? Now I know. Now the bad part about this motherfucker folded in though. He should have contained, and they switched responsibilities, and he folded in. But come on, man, that's a phone booth, brother. That's big ass hole. I'm surprised why he didn't go here.
Yeah, that's what I thought he should have stayed on that
right
track.
there.
Yeah, took it the left shoulder out, his left shoulder.
Hey man, you just put your foot on his chest. Like, just go ahead and get that yard.
And he sized you up like ain't even concerned about nothing else.
Right. Dude, is that not Anthony? Is that not like a fucking humongous hole right there, though?
Yeah.
Dude, that is massive. It is no way we don't get that first down. There's no way.
I think we're gonna say different. I think we're gonna see different Ray. I think, like I said, he was impressive those first 3 games.
I mean, Ray ain't perfect though. This is what that's what we're doing in locker. We ain't gonna fucking just show the good fucking plays. Everybody fucks up, except Anthony.
Van told me he ain't never graded under a 98.
Fuck you.
You did tell me that.
Oh no, that's bullshit. Oh hell no. Oh, that's a bullshit. I don't think Coach Smith ever gave anything over 94. Hell no. Dude, I was always fucking a little bit freelance. I put this in because Trevard, I want people to know this. Everybody blames shit on the secondary when people complete passes. The most important thing for DBs are the fucking linebackers. If the linebackers don't fucking cover that zone. Oh, it looks like the corner. They got a curl on the corner in cover 3. Dude, that's a linebacker's job. I ain't got no fucking curl. But you the closest one to him. Oh, that must be your guy. Man, we fucking playing zone. So this to me, man, I don't know if I've ever seen a linebacker get 16 yards down the field on a drop. Now I know the coverage they're playing isn't a traditional zone coverage. They're playing a little match. But for a middle linebacker to get, dude, he catches this ball 5, 10, that's 10, 15, 18 yards down the field almost. That makes this corner job a lot easier when I got a guy who's in that fucking zone. Because I want people to understand this corner has responsibility. Although this guy should carry that wheel route, he's got to get between 1 and 2. He ain't responsible for this guy. But because DJ got such good depth, easy pick. Now, this is the other thing. Trevard, if you got a damn pitch from a linebacker, are you not going to house call this? It is no fucking way. I'm getting a pitch from a teammate, and I'm not taking to the house. I'm doing everything in my power to take this shit to the crib. You can't get caught, man. This is inexcusable. You got to find a way. You got to, and Trevin got to get a fucking block. But what got me was he looked at this guy, right? I think I might put my foot in the ground and come here because I got to get to the crowd.
Well, ain't nobody blocking though.
I got to get to the zone.
Everybody looking.
Yeah, I said, he ain't blocking.
Nobody.
But you know damn well linebackers ain't gonna block for you. The only people who block for you, the fucking defensive linemen. In your
That
everybody
everybody's looking at you as you run. Like, my God, block. Don't
Yeah,
right.
look at me.
he done
Run.
got tackled. Y'all ain't touched him. Y'all ain't touched the damn soul. Y'all still staying untouched.
Everybody looking for you to pitch them the ball while you run.
Man,
Right
listen,
here, give me.
Right.
Like a little
Linebacker.
Pee Wee's basketball game. Everybody want the ball.
linebackers got to hit them linemen the whole game. They try to
This is
find somebody smaller,
Worst part
tee off
about it.
on somebody.
This is the worst part about it.
Yeah, if they
That's the
would
worst
block,
part
that's
about
the
it.
house call.
That's Trevor Wallace, right? Yeah, that's Trevor Wallace, right? Look what Trevor Wallace does. Come this way. Hey, see that hand up? He's like, I got you, brother. And I don't block a soul. He's like, come this way, and then you don't block nobody.
That's why he don't play
Come
fullback.
on, man. Them are the one you take it to the crib. No, Trevor play tailback. He comes back, play action, whips his head around. He looks at one. That's one. One is backside. One is over here. All right. He looks one, come off of one. Now that's two. Well, that's two. You're like, I don't like that. And he comes to three right now. Dude, that is within
that's good.
Like 2 seconds. This is what I think Liam is taking a little bit away from him. 1, 2, 3. That's hard for a defense, man. When a quarterback progresses that quick, it's hard. Now, my coach used to tell me, even though you won the play, you fucking lost the battle. This is one play where Max was horrible. This guy, Shepard, is on the line of scrimmage, so he ain't got release angle. He is 1.5 yards off, which to me means he's probably going to play soft pedal. You cannot give up your inside right there. He's giving up his inside leverage now. And you can't play press man bump like that far off. You either got to be on the line of scrimmage or you got a soft pedal. And he played like he was on the line of scrimmage. That's a beat. That's what you think, Trevard?
Yeah, but look like they in cover 2. But that's still.
You think that's cover 2 or that's cover 2 man?
I mean, he ain't got nothing in the flats making him sit there.
Yeah, you got to take that. If you don't got nobody in the flats to take you out your flat, you gotta roll with that receiver.
That's what I'm saying.
What's the linebacker?
Now the only thing I can say is, and this will make it even worse. Yeah, he goes and hook. Now,
no, I was going to say the other one that's standing over the running back.
This one?
Because if he steps forward on that running back, then that's telling you it's man to man because he's trying to mirror him. But if he's dropping back in the zone, then that will tell you what the defense is.
Like he's trying to wall him.
That looks like zone to me. Because if not, then
I think he's walling out.
Then who's got back out of the backfield?
Once I see the back of the helmet, that's man.
Okay.
Trevin does.
Okay.
Because it's trips over here.
So then they're just passing that off.
Yeah, and he could have green dog, but he's man, and that guy's man. And Harrison, he just gave up the damn inside. I think Trevor Wallace just freed up.
Gotcha.
He's got to maintain an inside leverage. And the thing about, like I said, for us when we played, you ain't gonna get safety help if it was true cover 2, because he's got to have responsibility for that. Because I'm only responsible for my number 1 and number 2 on this side. That's how we played it. So there's
plus
a third.
The back is on
this guy's 1, and that's his 2.
Yeah, plus the back is on the opposite side of the quarterback, so pretty much so much carrying that all the way in.
Yeah, and there's nothing that, even if he was in zone, there's nothing that can threaten your area, but this guy,
Yeah.
you can almost play that man. But he just gave up the
Yeah, you gotta
inside
play
too
better on
easy,
that.
man. That bothered me a lot.
Yeah, that's why you need
Now,
people
Anthony,
pressure him so you can
Ooh.
just pick six. You can't just give
could
inside
you have
leverage on the
done
slant
this?
and expect, they ain't want no pressure on him. So how you gonna get a pick six if you just give it inside leverage? Yeah, no, he need defense line, putting pressure. He can throw floaters out there so he can catch your football like you're supposed to do, like you've been doing since you were 3 and 4 years old, playing catch with your siblings or your pops or something.
Anthony,
And then he take to the house. Now all of a sudden, he the greatest thing since sliced bread.
why you been a hater, bro?
After Ray Davidson took 250-yarders to the crib. But y'all
Why you been a
impressed by
hater,
that.
man? Well, Ray Davis didn't get touched, so you gotta get O-line credit for that. Just like you trying to get the D-line credit, you gotta get O-line credit then. You gotta give Cox and Dylan Ray and the other Cox and Burton and Flax, you gotta give them boys some credit too then. He
I
just
give him
run the
credit
ball
too.
like he was 12 years old against some sorry-ass Pee Wee team from Lexington who ain't got no defensive lineman. He just got to carry the ball right. Come on now, man.
If Ray Davis the best thing since sliced bread, then that's fine to do. That's fine if we do that then. If everybody who returns picks to the house and run 50 yards on a regular basis, then they better than sliced bread.
All right, man. All right. Hey, Anthony, I'm sorry, man. Look, we've been on too long. I know you're getting tired. But Anthony, could you have done this?
Mm.
Watch this.
Ain't no way.
Done that?
I messed up that white boy from LSU a couple times.
Bruh, that's protecting your quarterback.
I done it a time or two, but it was personal. That was somebody in chat said that looked personal.
Dude, that was personal.
That looked like that little peewee drill when you line up the two people in the front and back. That's what that looked like. They ain't care. Like they ain't use no technique or nothing. They just taking out fingers.
That man got
Ray
a 25-yard run ahead start.
Fuck technique. Right? Ray Davis said, fuck technique. Ray Davis said, I ain't even coming at your knees, brother. I'm coming at your damn heart. Dude, he launched, man. Ray Davis off the ground, bro.
Man, I know that.
Damn,
he launched, dude.
He did.
Dude, he is ground right there. Dude.
Oh, man. Yeah,
he set his ass down, too. Shit. That's all I got, man. I had to end on that one. Shit.
Oh, man. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yep. Good about an hour and a half, man. So what do y'all got to see against Florida, man? Is there anybody in here who think we won't win it?
I say we win. Can't make mistakes.
What's the spread? 2.5 or is it 3?
That was 2.5.
Very home 3, huh?
Last I seen was 2.5.
We cover that because we got gambling coming tomorrow.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
Starts tomorrow by phone, via phone.
Yeah.
They cover.
I'm thinking like 31-17. That's what I'm thinking.
That's a lot of scoring.
Man,
I don't think it's gonna be close, man. I don't think it's gonna be close either. I think once we start getting to that ass, I think that thing will be wide open.
Well, hey, if this offense doesn't put themselves behind the chain, I compare stuff to last year at the same time. I'm gonna compare this year to Cohen's first year. Y'all remember after the first game, I think we played ULM, which was horrible. We had a little rough patch in there. I don't think you remember that Chattanooga should have fucking beat us. No doubt about it. Chattanooga should have fucking beat us. It wasn't for if a tie's pick 6, that game is in trouble. That LSU game was the time we started the wheels started turning. And that was about week 5, week 6. I think this is week 5. I think the wheels start turning. And I think Cohen gets into his bag of understanding there's hash marks because we throw. Dude, how many times we threw to the fucking field? You know how long a throw that is? That's like a 30-yard throw, man. A 15-yard out route, like a 30-yard throw. Why are we not throwing to the boundary?
That is an easy.
Why are we not throwing to the boundary? So I think he's gonna realize again, like 2021. Oh, I'm not on the college hashes. I'm in college. I mean, I'm not on the pro hashes. I'm in college. Let me exploit the short side of the field a little bit more than what I have been. I think he gets into his bag and he gets with rhythm.
Devin looked good throwing that cross. Devin looked good throwing him. It'd be a seed coming out when he throw that would cross the field. Like you said, you don't want to live in it, but that bad boy hit right there in the square. What?
I hear you, but did we not talk about the inability of getting off a press man? When that DB is in your hip pocket.
What's gonna happen this week? Are you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You talking about?
No, I'm not talking about. I don't need them long throws.
We just don't want to get no pressure on him, so he can throw an air ball up there, so somebody can run up underneath it and catch it and be untouched, run into the end zone. And now all of a sudden we got to talk about it all week. Watch SEC Nation, and number 31, which is one less than number 32. Oh, he's the greatest thing to slice bread. I mean, I should have stayed in DB, man. If it's that easy, if it's that easy to make your friends happy, I should have stayed my ass at
he
DB.
has 2 more picks than you do.
In regular season,
In
regular season,
No, Anthony.
I was in DB for 2 weeks and had 2 picks, man.
Let's not talk about spring football. Let's not talk about spring football. If you know, you know.
That's all I got to go off of. You asked me, man. In high school, I had like 4 picks in 2 games.
Shit! And fucking 8th grade, you probably had 1,000 yards in 2 games too.
I stopped playing defense because I got hurt. I stopped playing defense when I came back from my injury. They didn't want me playing defense no more.
Yeah, because they didn't want you to hurt yourself. Cause
I got hurt playing offense. I was valuable.
Whatever, man.
Hey, I'm just telling you, man. I'm just telling you. Ray Davis getting that ball going 50 yards whenever they put it in his hands is remarkable. That's why I'm remarking it.
I hope he do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could count on him doing that every week. I'm gonna say this. I've been joking around. I've been making a whole light of Maxwell Harrison, what he did, but I am gonna say this, and I've been saying this because when it happens, I want my credit, not in a good way. But with Van, the same thing Van liked about Harrison, and that's we're gonna get out of here with this, Trevard. The things that Van likes about Harrison are great. His anticipation, his jumping routes. He's an eager beaver. I don't know if it's going to happen this week or against Georgia, but Josh Heupel is going to exploit that. He's going to have to sit back. He's going to run enough stuff that he's going to have to sit back, or if he keep jumping that shit, he's going to be burnt toast.
I probably said I can hit it with slants and hitches, and he gonna
double move. I'm talking about
double move. Double move is going to start happening.
Yeah. Do you think he's a good target? You think he's a good target for that?
Anthony, he's attacking the wide receiver first and not really going in front. That the 2 he got, those were easy. I'm talking about you watch him defending out route. He is attacking, he's protecting himself from a double move a little bit.
Damn, why Lake Dog coming at you, man? Van?
Damn. Is that you or me?
He talking about me. He sound like he talking about you. Smell like endo.
Hey,
they call it endo. It smell like
hey, Anthony. Somehow this 4-7 got a house call. I don't know how I got it there. Then if I was that, somebody should have ran me down.
Hey, and just before we get out of here, man, because people keep talking about. I looked up our combine stat. I didn't realize I was bigger than you. I weighed more than you.
They lied. No, I think I lost weight.
No, I'm talking about combine numbers. I weighed more. You was like 180 something.
Yeah, because I lost weight.
Yeah, I think I weighed in 192, 195 or something.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was bigger than you.
I think it's 184 or something. Yeah, I lost weight on purpose.
I was 183.
You did? Then how you lose 20 pounds? How you lose 20
No,
pounds?
I wasn't 200, bro. I was in the 190s. I lost about 10. Shit.
I ain't seen no one since like middle school. That one been out of there. That one been gone.
No, man. I played. I think the heaviest I weighed in the season was 197. I played really about 195, 194. Playing that boundary, bro. You gotta put that meat on. Pause. But
you could have played right instead of boundary. Just play next time. Tell coach you just want to play right, man. Because Trevard got left apparently.
Well, damn. Hey,
I mean that's how our coach did it. Left you play left and right.
Hey,
he got everything. He got everything west of New Hampshire.
Hey, and I couldn't. Damn, I had T Woods. T Woods what 160 something, and LT was probably 170 something. They had to put the big guy in the boundary. I played field until my senior year. I was in the field because we had Steve and Keo play the boundary, but my senior year I had to play boundary.
Keo
Wilson? Yep. You know, Keo
was that nice size to him. Hard
yeah,
Keo was 210, head, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. AJ, Florida game, man. What's the expectation? What you got to see, man? Are we gonna everything gonna come together at one time, and we gonna light the world up, or you think it's gonna be we still gonna be?
I mean, I expect us to win. Like I think the first time me and Van got on here, everyone's just chopping it up. We talked about it, but if you look at the last 5-6 years against Florida, we should be winning. We should have 5 or 6 in a row against Florida. Like we've outplayed them consistently over these last 5-6 years, except for the shortened year. We've outplayed them consistently over that time period, and I don't expect that to change. Like we are a better football team right now than they are.
Yep.
And I think that if you looked at just the team, if they played well for what their team does, and we played well for what our team does, we should come out on top. It's at home. I expect it to be pretty rowdy. Like, I expect us to come out there and win that game. Now, it won't be going away like it was for Vandy, but something like 27-14, 27-17, something like that.
Now, AJ, now you got on me for saying 31. Fuck, dude, that's 4 points. You act like you're going to go 12-3 or something.
That's a lot of points, man. That's a lot of points. But it's also like, I mean, y'all talked about, somebody made the comment earlier about like, hey, our receivers don't really like physicality. But like, quiet as kept, I don't know if there's a receiver that I fear on their team. Like Pearsall got good hands and he run good routes, but like he not a burner.
No,
they don't got just like ridiculous athletes out there like they've had in the past. They don't got like a
they got one. Eugene Wilson. He was hurt in the first quarter of Tennessee game. He's a true freshman. That motherfucker got wheels, but it's just him. Then he's a true freshman. So, but
like they don't have dogs out there like they've normally had. Like you're not chasing Percy Harvin around. No. Like you're not like. So there's an expectation that our defense, if they're doing their job up front, that front 6 or 7, like I feel very confident in the back end to handle their job.
Yep.
And then what it boils down to is just not making silly mistakes, winning the special teams game, like not giving them extra possessions, getting off the field when you get them in 3rd and long. Those are all things that we've done relatively well through the first 4 games. I expect that to continue. And you at home, like that should continue.
I agree. Hobby Cobb only did that 1 week. Max Gobby wasn't there. No, I'm not. That's not me. I don't do post game.
I was going to say that is pretty interesting that you do post game with our competitor. Come on Sunday morning, about 7-8 hours later. You gonna get us taken off, man.
I'm double dipping.
Yeah, they're probably paying them more than we do. That's
you just got to save your good takes for here.
Yeah, 0 comparing 0 to 0 is the same damn thing.
Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Got it. All right, man. We appreciate it. We appreciate Trevard and AJ dropping through, man. Give us a little knowledge, man. They got to look out, apparently. Trevard might be knocked off the top of the mountain. So we got corners running around here catching footballs that are just thrown up in the air. and now that is the new Moss. Just catching the football because everybody put pressure on him. So I'm glad he come on here and be a good big man about it and say, yeah, that guy's nice and he's gonna take over.
Hey, pick's the pick.
That's what I'm saying.
They hard to get.
No man would think that. I'm talking about people who can catch. I didn't have the meeting, Lake Dog. That's why I'm tired now. It's gonna happen sooner than later, or I'm gonna be coming to you for a job. Man, like head on over to YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, X, Facebook, TikTok. Like, subscribe, share, follow, bring a friend along, bring your questions. Check out Van's breakdowns. I guess if he Saturday game gonna be early. You might see some breakdowns by Saturday night. If not,
you might
Sunday afternoon for sure.
For sure.
Don't forget the NFL is on at 9 a.m. because they playing in London.
Ooh, you're right.
You don't need to watch that game. You don't need to watch that game. I promise.
You might. Hey, you don't want to be like me, have fantasy, and you think, man, I got to 12:30 tomorrow, and you're like, man, who already got points?
That's a
it don't never work out in your favor. You don't never wake up and see a 20 spot. It's always like a 3.4. You're like, man, who's playing right now?
I fucking left Mostert on the bench this week.
Ooh.
He put up a 4 spot.
Yeah.
Shit,
man,
dude I played against had HA on the bench.
What about man? What about your boy over in Miami? You always post stuff about him, man, just because his antics. What about him being a good Samaritan, man, and taking a knee and not breaking the record, going for 73?
I would have took that. I'm scoring.
He scored 70.
Van was posting his stuff. His antics are interesting, man. I like watching just his side. I like hearing him mic'd up. And that's kind of big, man. If you just said history,
dude. At some point in that game, you put up a 7 spot on the ass, right? You put up, dude. I've never been involved in a program where it's 7. I think he felt bad for his boys on the other side. Like, man, I ain't gonna rub it in. Shit. Dude, they were still passing the ball up 50. They had 50 and were still throwing the ball. So it's like, all right, man, enough is enough. Shit.
Damn, got to play defense,
enough is enough. So
it's not their job to stop scoring points.
I know, man, but damn.
You don't think you should have won? You know what? That's the thing about it. Even if you are my friend, like, look, man, we didn't came this close to history just playing football. We didn't came this close, man. F it, man. 3 more points ain't gonna hurt.
You might
already scored 70. You
might be on the street in 2 years, in 3 years from now. That GM's gonna remember that. He's gonna be like, okay, that's the guy who didn't put 77 on us. Let me bring him in for a trial.
Shit.
Right. You think he's gonna be like, oh, he took a break at 70. Thanks.
Hey, he has integrity and morals. He's a good guy. He thought about, all right, let's bring him in for a trial.
Once you got up by 70, all that sincerity and all that stuff was out the window. As soon as you hit that 7 point, man.
That was the coach though. That was Mike and McDaniel's payback for them not giving them an interview.
That's why you do the record. He was the ball boy there, and they didn't give him a look. Man, you got to put the record up on him.
Damn,
I forgot about that.
Y'all some selfish MFers. 77?
No, 73. The record was 72.
Yeah, you're right.
God is my witness. We was down 42-3 in Gainesville, and it was like 4th and 4. And this man Tebow, who is supposed to be the most Christian man on earth, was hyping up the crowd to go for it on 4th and 4. And they was up 40. I'm not giving anybody a pass ever again in life. We're running it up every time I can.
Well, they still had a starters in the third quarter.
Damn.
What was Trevard doing? Trevard, what was you doing while they were scoring 40 points? On the left
like
side.
everybody else.
They ran everything to the right side.
I got me a pick though.
See, there you go.
See?
Did you take it to the house?
No, we had 5 points. Nobody did. Nobody took nothing to the house. Listen, if you JJ, you was shit out of luck because you couldn't count all our points on one hand. Like it's
Damn.
That's
That's
wrong.
wrong. JJ had another digit left. He had another digit left.
He had a whole nother digit left. It was that bad, y'all.
Yeah, another pinky you know about. You like, oh shit, I got another one. Damn.
Right.
We couldn't get 6 points. It was rough out there. And it was hot.
Oh yeah. And the fucking turf was down, mowed down to a quarter of an inch.
It was a rough day.
Man, what you got? Trevard, you was gone when they knocked T-Boy out, wasn't you? When y'all both gone?
No, that was our senior year.
Senior year.
I didn't know y'all was still there. You played with Taylor Wyndham?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dang, see, all that stuff seemed like them years are spread apart. I didn't know y'all was still there.
It's a long time ago.
Trevard, you came in but you came in a year before me though, right?
Yeah, I came in the spring of 05.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Damn, I'm old.
I came back to school in 05. That's how I know y'all so well then. That's when I came back to school. That's when I was at Cats. Okay.
Shit, I'm old.
Yeah. All right. Yep, you are.
That's how I be feeling now, man.
Damn. 05. Shit. I was married and about to have a kid. Shit.
I tell you what, I wasn't thinking about it. Okay.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Me neither.
The last thing that came to mind.
Shit.
All right, man. They can go be old on their own. I'm going to be old and go to bed. Appreciate y'all for joining us. We'll be back next week to talk about
the win.
A big win against the Florida Gators.
5-0
in
not 6.
Fayette County, Lexington. Appreciate y'all.
All right. I'll see y'all.